Hi Broncos, this is Miss Aston. I want to take a few minutes today to show you how to correctly format a Works Cited page using Microsoft Word. A Works Cited page is simply a listing of all of the sources you've cited in your research paper, or all of the sources that you've pulled information from for your research activity. The first thing I want to do is add a title to my Works Cited page. So far on my Works Cited page, I have 4 citations. I created these using easybib.com and I just copied and pasted these to a blank Word document. So now I'm ready for a title. The title of my page is going to be Works Cited. Works Cited is going to be centered, but that's all I'm going to do to it. I'm not going to bold it or underline or add italics. I'm only going to capitalize the W and the C. The next thing I want to do to the formatting is double space all of my lines. So I'm going to highlight all of the text on the page and go to the paragraph section at the top, click on the drop-down arrow, and change my line spacing to double. My Works Cited page needs to be double spaced. Before I leave this box, I also need to make another change. I don't want any extra spaces before or after my paragraphs or lines. So I'm going to change these 2 settings to 0 point. I've already changed my line spacing to double, so I'm going to click OK. And you can see that all of my spaces are now double spaced. I don't have any extra spaces. The next thing I want to do is create what's called a hanging indent. 2 of my citations are somewhat long. They wrap to the next line. Well, I need this second line to be indented. So here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to highlight just my citations. I'm going to go once again to the paragraph section in my toolbar and click on the drop-down arrow. And then the indentation section of this box, I'm going to change special indentation to hanging by 0.5. Click OK, and automatically the second line of each of my citations is changed to a hanging indent, meaning that it's indented more than the first line. The last thing I need to do on my Works Cited page is alphabetize all of my entries. I'm going to look at the first letter of each of my entries and I'm going to alphabetize them. So I'm just going to do some cutting and some pasting so that all of my entries are alphabetized by that first letter. If I had any entries that began with A, N, or V, I would ignore those words and look at the second word of the entry. This is a correctly formatted Works Cited page. All of my lines are double spaced. I've created a hanging indent so that the second line is indented, and I've alphabetized each of my entries. If you have any questions or need any help, please come see me in the library. Thanks a lot.